All right, like, I'm on a roll. Like, I'm doing next week's video right motherfucking now. And like, I'm not changing my hoodie or my hat. There ain't no future in your front. And like, I'm just doing the second video now. Like, all right, so I moved here and it's all fucking kind of crazy, like culture shock. And like, these motherfuckers took me to like a tire burning party. And like, I'm in an all white, fresh motherfucking white sweatshirt to a tire burning party. Like, all bad. Like, that motherfucker wasn't white when we left. Like, fucking going out to the levee, getting drunk, like, fucking, it was wild, like, just culture shock, but it was cool because everybody was thugging, like, it was a good time, like, it was some wild shit, and, this, like, Kennett was actually fun, like, I had a blast when I first got here, and it was, like, 9 months before I left for college, so, man, it was whatever, and, so, like, I've been to street races in, like, Cali and shit growing up as a kid. And, like, it's like this shit you see on TV. Like, motherfucking people, everybody's on the boulevards and kicking it. And then, like, some shit jumps off and cops show up and everybody fucking scrambles. And, but here, like, these motherfuckers are taking me out to this place called Pumpkin Center. Like, country. It's collard greens. And, this motherfucker have to go to his house and put on his Hoosier racing tires because they were specially just for fucking racing. It's whatever, man. Just fucking drop the hammer and go. And so they got this place out here called George Ray's, and it's in the middle of like this farmer's field, or I don't know, kind of farmer's field to me. But they got concrete. I think it's a 1/4 mile drag strip or 1/8 mile. I don't know. But motherfuckers are out there and they're fucking getting it. And like these cars, like they got some big money in them, and some of these motherfuckers are fast. So back in the day, my homie had this slick ass black 5.0 Mustang. Like, that motherfucker would shit and get like a scalded cat. But it didn't run real good. Like, we walked a couple times a week. Like, going to Jonesboro to the mall, back in the day, motherfuckers was mall rats. We go to the mall and shit. And we get halfway there, and he'd have to pull over and then pop the hood and pour like transmission fluid or fucking whatever in the engine, and then fucking we'd get to Jonesboro, and then driving back we'd have to stop halfway and he'd pop the hood again. And but when this motherfucking car would run, this bitch was fast. Like, so we go to George Ray's and like he does a couple runs in it, and everybody's bullshit, and like, and it's like a car show like in Cali, like where everybody's kicking it, but it's just drag racing. And so one of the other homies is there, and for whatever reason, he wants to race the 5.0. He wants to drive it against this other kid. I don't know why he doesn't want to ride his car with the Hoosier tires, but he's riding my homie's ride. And so he fucking gets off the line and he fucking smokes this kid, and he crosses the finish line, but right before he crosses the finish line, he fucking taps the brake like 5 or 6 times, which I guess is a real big insult to fucking drag racers and shit. So then, of course, some shit's gonna jump off, like it is what it is. And they get back to the pits, and the motherfuckers are arguing, and that it's got nitrous and this bullshit, and there's nitrous hidden behind the fucking the headlight? And I was like, no, man, like this car is like, it's fast, but it's not the most reliable fucking thing we've ever rode in. And but they're bickering and they're just back and forth like bitches in high school and all that. And then the dude who got beat, I don't know if it was he got beat or it was his car, but his girl looked over at my boy and she popped off, and he was like, shut up, bitch. Well, then the dude whose car whatever was like, you're not calling my old lady a bitch, and he fucking swung on him. And next thing I know, man, we're in like a 20-on-20 brawl. Like, motherfuckers from Kennett, we're deep. Fucking just boom, boom, boom. And I'm getting mad because these motherfuckers have me in a brawl over a fucking car race. And it wasn't even a fucking Chevy. It was a fucking Mustang. Like, get the fuck out of here. So it all gets broke up and all this bullshit. And like, over a fucking car race. Like, it was wild, man. Like, and then fucking Mike Wilburn, his ass was involved here. This motherfucker finds a snake. Remember, I'm scared of fucking snakes. And this motherfucker's chasing me all up the stands. I'm hopping over that shit. Like, put me in an alleyway with heroin addicts and shit. I know how to deal with stuff like that. But like snakes and wild, like, it's not my forte. Like, fuck that. Like, the fucking misadventures with Mike Wilburn. Like, I have to tell you guys about the Indian outlaw and the cranberry fucking song next time.